Hello and welcome. This is Alchemistexe, and today is the August 13th content update. This is a slow week. No new characters, mementos, anything like that. There's a new tower up, and that could easily eat up a lot of your time, as well as some new content and multiplayer that we can take a look at. One thing that I did want to point out, though, is that in the bundles section, there's a free item you can collect every day. It's nothing too crazy, just some character soul shards and free AP and some event skip tickets, but it's easy to miss, so I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to do a content overview, followed by a banner overview, followed by a little bit of summoning. So first up is this Xenobelt Tower. Um, this is the third instance of this. This time the element is wind. So if you've been through the other towers, you know what to expect. I like it a little bit more than the Fringe Dimension because it's not as stringent to complete each individual floor. Like you just have to get through it, and they do get pretty insane. You know, up at the very top, but it's definitely worth the trouble. Like even if you end up just brute forcing it, just throwing wave after wave of units, like whatever ranking you get at the end is it's not substantial. The real prize is the all the things along the way, like the gems and most importantly the gear, which can be really handy for certain bosses with the syntag, which in this case would be Wrath. So since anything involving syntags can be kind of hard to come across, whether it's memento leader skills or gate fours, it's good to have that stuff at your disposal. Alright, let's go to the event tab real quick. The early autumn quest is here for another week, so don't forget about that. I've already done it, but the fire training quest is another one of those just easy once a day, basically free rewards. And then the fire hard quest is back. This was a returning thing that it's a kind of easy-ish quest. It's more time consuming than it is difficult. But as you can see, the prizes are not terrible. Some free soul shards and gear pieces, there's a lot of equips. um, but yeah, there's some good gears in here. Like this one in particular, the Legion God necklace is great. So more shards of that is not a bad thing to go after. Other than that, there's not a ton of stuff in the events. There is the Consecrated Elements level, which is good to do once a day because once you get 7 keys, it's just a bunch of free rewards. I'm imagining that most of this week is going to end up going towards that tower because it is around for a few weeks, but the less other distractions there are, the easier it is to just power through it. Like I'm probably going to try to get at least halfway done with it today. At least get up to the point where it starts getting hard, because you're not in any real danger for at least, like, I don't know, 10 to 15 floors depending on your units. And then after that, that's where you have to start really putting in effort. There is also a additional quest for Sacred Stones where it's just for 2 players. If you're the kind of person who like has an IRL friend that you play with, or you're active on Discord, these are kind of nice. Just a little less hassle, and you can get 4 units into the map easier. These maps are all pretty easy by today's standards, so it's not like a huge issue. I would say that the bonus Sacred Stone Soul Shards for the milestones are probably the biggest incentive to complete that. Oh, or EX coins. If you need EX coins, like just powering through something like Demonic Spearman is a really good option for that if you're trying to get those elemental shards or get the Sinful Indulgence or Lisbeth and Edgar's Job 3. Yeah, I think that covers it for content, so let's move on to the banners. Alright, so here are the banners. There is a free one, which I haven't done yet because I was saving it for my summon video, which is there's no reason not to do it, so I almost don't even need to describe it. I could just be like, do the summon. But you get a guaranteed 5-star memento, so yeah, no real loss there. There are a total of 3 grand summons, because I guess one a week just was not enough. But there's a little diversity here, and they're a little bit more interesting than some of the previous ones have been. This one is very Veda Templar focused, and you'll get one of the Templars and their memento at the same time. Now this is either a good banner or a terrible banner depending on where you are with your Veda units and mementos. Like, I wouldn't pull on this because I have like my soul memento max limit break thanks to reliefs, and I have all the units and all the mementos. So like the best case, and I don't even know what the best case scenario for me would be there. But if you say didn't have either, so if you didn't have soul or Zwei or Dry, and like none of their mementos, and you are lacking some of the other ones, like say Zebas or Noins, it might be worth a shot because the chances of getting something really good are it's a good combination for that. Next up is 100 soul shards for 5 shards, 10 summon, and you can reroll up to 3 times. So I might actually do this banner. I'm I'm a little bit hesitant because I have really bad luck sometimes, but you could get a lot of shards. The reason it's sort of a comparison to this banner here, which is you can actually get the units, and then any duplicates are 50 shards. If you were going to do one of these two banners, I think what would make the decision is how many limited units you're lacking. Because if you're only lacking a small handful, and then the majority of your pulls on this banner would be 50 soul shards anyway, and you could easily end up in a situation where you get 10 sets of 50, you'd be better off just getting 10 sets of 100. Especially if any of the units that you have are you're close to being able to transmute them, because then you could kind of make up for the difference there. But that's only if you're willing to, actually spend on it. If not, then it doesn't really matter anyway. Next up is this banner that I don't like. I never like these 3-step banners because I don't think you get enough bang for your buck, assuming you get any bang at all. It's got the 3 limited Templars on it, and yeah, I think there's better ways to get these units. I've seen all 3 of them in the Louise shop before. If you ever do grand summons, you're more likely to get them off that than this, or even some of them like the Enlightenment banner below. I think these are a waste of gems, like even with the Veda coins. Then we've got some returning banners for Mira and Emil, and these are identical. It's expensive ways of getting their soul shards, and you get a decent chunk of Genesis coins as well. If you're trying to transmute the unit, it's a means to do that. I wouldn't look at it as a way to try to get the unit, because that's very, very unlikely. Alright, next is this Enlightenment banner. These are probably starting to look pretty familiar if you've been around for a few weeks. This one is a little better than the last because it does give 5 stars guaranteed on each step. And it's very Templar focused as well. Maybe not a bad use for a discount ticket. I wouldn't recommend going all the way on this for most people. If you've got gems to spare, you'd probably be better off spending your gems elsewhere. There's a fire units 10 summon. I would skip this. There's some good fire limited units, but I think you could get them easier other ways. I don't think there's enough really. There's not really anything guaranteed, so I'd skip that. And then next we have Templar Memento banner. This one I think is actually pretty good if you're still collecting some of them, because you're guaranteed to get some of them. Like all the 5 stars are going to be Templar Mementos. So especially if you don't have souls and you want it, or you're chasing after maybe the limited Oct ones as well. It's not bad. I don't know, that getting 6 of the same mementos kind of cool. You're guaranteed to get a memento leader skill, which some of these are pretty good. Um, I don't know how that compares to a selector though. It seems like if you're chasing limited mementos, it's better to have a selector. But um, speaking of, there's the Emil and Mira memento banners for a 9-step, and these ones do have a selector at the end. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to chase after Emil's memento after last week, but I'm probably not going to because 20k gems is a little bit more than I want to spend on a unit that I can't even max limit break yet. But they're expensive and reliable. That's just what 9 steps are. And then there's also one for summer mementos, which also includes the Shion Asuka as well. Same as the above, expensive, reliable. And then the rest of them are just returning banners from before. So you still have a chance to try to get Adelaide shards or the Adelaide memento for another week. And then there's the crappy gear banner below that. Yeah. Alright, so that is it for the banners. Let's move on to the summoning. Okay, time for some summoning. I'm going to start with these tickets that I got from that daily thing I mentioned earlier, just as a sort of appetizer. I don't know what the range of units is like. Alright. Okay, it's just 1 shard each. That's not super impactful. And those are all normal pool. Well, it's free shards, so I'll take it. And speaking of free summoning, there is this memento banner. Oh, alright, it's guaranteed red. Okay. It's always more exciting when it's not a guarantee and the little button is red. And the winner is... Oh, the Aqua memento. Cool. That is my second copy of that. I use him quite a bit though, so that's kind of nice. Alright, let's see if any of these yellow ones change. Oh, I need more of those. Don't need more of those. Or those. Alright, yeah, it doesn't look like it. And yeah, just yellow. Alright. Well, not terrible though. I would definitely not mind a more powerful Ankh. Although we are still a little ways away from his Job Plus. Japan got it, I think, on their White Day holiday. So we should expect that like next February. So that's a wait. Alright, and then I decided I'm going to use my discount ticket on that Enlightenment banner. Because I like guarantees. There it is. One of the reasons is the pool is kind of nice. As you can see, there's Genesis units in there and decent chunk of limiteds. No Magna Historia though, for some reason. And alright. Let's see what we get. No downloading, although that's been kind of wonky lately. I haven't actually seen a downloading screen in a while. Like I last time I got something new, it didn't show up. Alright, we have Nika. Alright, this is looking like it was probably not so great. Oh, that turned into Tethys, but it's also not so great. Like, I literally use her as a coins for the soul shop. Oh, and then that one changed to Izayui. What's with the wind units today? Alright. Well, that actually wasn't an awful roll, just not a great roll either. Alright, let's proceed on to this main event. I'm a little bit excited about this one because there are a lot of good units that I could use 100 soul shards for, and then there's a few that even if I don't have them, I have more than 50 shards of them, so I'd probably transmute them at that point. I think that's better than trying to get a new unit with the other banner, because if I fail to get a unit that I could transmute and I get some other units I want shards of, that's a better outcome than failing to get, or just getting 50 shards rather than 100. So yeah, let's do this one. Question is, will the downloading screen come up? Well, no on that one. I'm almost tempted to just skip it and just rush right to it, but I'm curious. If there's going to be a dramatic unveiling, I think it would be more fun if it showed up suddenly. Alright, Oswald, that is skip. Zen shards are good. Sharon is good. She's a limited, who I don't have raised yet. She really wants her memento, though, so I don't know about that. This is so far... Oh, Chloe. So far, this is looking like a past birth. This game... What is with this game and Berta with me? Bolt, Shenmei, Vivi, and of course Hugo. Gotta have Hugo, right? Everybody loves him. And by everyone, I mean literally no one. Yeah, so this is looking like an easy pass. There is one limited unit, and then one kind of EX limited unit. Yeah, that's, let us move on. Oh, I see downloading. I wonder what that's about. It's like, come on, guys. We all know the circle's gonna be red. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, yellow. You're not fooling anybody, yellow. Oh, Gino. I actually don't have him yet, but he's normal pool, though. I love Rakshasas in general, but that's nothing to write home about yet. Kaya. Suzuka again. I don't need more Suzuka shards. I may never need more Suzuka shards. I have a lot. Vettel on the week where they gave away like a ton of shards for free. Oh, I totally forgot to mention that in my content update. Oh, there's 100 mirror shards. I could totally get Mira. That might be the end of this summon. But yeah, there's a challenge board for Vettel. Zeba. I don't need more Zeba shards though. Now I'm trying to weigh my options. And Bud. Okay. So this result got one very, very limited unit, and then everyone else is normal pool to varying degrees of common. If I do this, I could get Mira. I'm a little lacking on fire shards, and I do already have Nyx as well. But you know what, though, I have issues with luck, so I am not going to push it. I'm currently in Lightning Moa as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and get myself a Mira, and maybe I'll use that 1,000 Genesis coins I got to enlighten her a little bit. So I just feel like I don't think I'm gonna get a more rare pull than that. Usually the experiences I've had with reroll banners, which I've done them a few times, is like if you get a roll with like 2 or more limited, you're probably not going to get another one with more, and like whatever the highest degree of rarity you encounter, you should usually stop there, because it's very rare that would be repeated. Because you don't want to keep pushing your luck and then have your final summon be like 10 farmable units. That is no fun. Alright, so let's end this video with a new addition to the club. Bop. Alright, that was not expected at all, but kind of fun. Alright, so yeah, that is a nice happy ending to the week, and hopefully I will have the next iteration of new player questions out sometime soon. Yeah, a happy summoning, and I will see you next time.